quick breakdown on AT&T versus Verizon, and there's a good reason for this because I got tricked into switching to AT&T. So you're watching me on an S25 Ultra. All my phones are upgraded. I've gotten a Flip 7. We've got an S25 Ultra. We wound up with an S23 Plus, and we also wound up with another Flip 7. My Flip 7 has 512 gigs of RAM in there. So I'm going to break this down, what you can expect to pay in 2026 for AT&T. I can tell you what I was paying for Verizon, but more importantly, right now, what we're dealing with is upload speed versus download speed because my internet is down again. Somebody showed up, they knocked on the doorbell. I was mobile, driving around. I was able to use my AT&T network to communicate with my doorbell very efficiently today. And they said, hey, we're going to be working on the line outside. I said, cool. The dude left without making sure the internet worked. So my internet is down. You saw on Chillers. I don't know which one you saw on Chillers, but cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I have to got a lot of videos. Was it electrical and Chillers? Probably. Okay, so we're gonna look at the logo, at Milwaukee logo right there. Look at the individual hairs on my beard. I'm gonna watch this again myself. What is the quality on your screen with this live is the question. This is AT&T's network. This is about what you can expect to get. I'm in a very well put together city, I guess you would say. There is Verizon ultra wideband around here. I've done personal inspections on the 5G little cell sites. There's probably about 100 of them just scattered within 10 miles of here. I've done all those inspections for Verizon. Verizon had a very solid, very solid 5G network. I got tricked into going to AT&T. So this is the upload speed. When you're watching me, I'm broadcasting my video to you. This is AT&T's upload speed. If it looks like dog crap, that's why. We have AT&T to thank. I believe the Verizon Ultra Wideband actually gives you a minimum of 3 megabytes all the way to 76 for the upload. I've got roughly about 300 in my house of download speed using AT&T's network, which is pretty darn good, but that's download speed. It's not upload speed. So we need both to really be able to live stream. So I'm curious on what the quality of this live is with 2 megabytes of upload speed, because that's what I have with AT&T. Verizon, I believe, definitely had better. Now, what am I paying? Well, let's look at this. Take that with the screwdriver. Okay. What am I paying? I'm paying $40. I'm paying $40 per line. Okay. That comes out to $160. And I've actually got the premium plan. Now, because I'm a city employee, it's good quality, good. Because I'm a city employee, they have a discount for us, and I get premium for $40. Typically, you don't get premium for $40, I believe, on AT&T. I think it starts at $40, and then you need to pay $50. But I'm paying $40 for 4 lines, which is $160. Next, I've got Asurion. If you don't know what Asurion is, let me tell you about Asurion. Asurion is actually a really good value if you're going to be breaking your phones a lot. The Flip 7s, I don't have one on me right now, but the Flip 7s are folding glass. The Flip 7s are designed to fold, but glass was never made to fold. So you're guaranteed to break that screen eventually. Troubleshoot a chiller, first thing you do. I don't know. You were clear, looks good, and I'm on through 1 gig up and down here. This right here, that's 2 point. Come on. Come on. Up and right there. That right there. That's 2.3 to 2.5 gigs. No, no, my internet is down, dude. My internet is down. We're using cell signal right now. So this is a test for me to go back and watch right now. Okay, so we're at 160 base for 4 lines, right? Next, we got a Shurion. If you drop your phone in the toilet, if you smash it, if it gets broken, if the screen cracks, whatever it is, you're covered for a small deductible compared to the high dollar for a phone nowadays, especially like the S Ultras and stuff like that. Those are like really expensive phones. So Assurion is $50 a month for all 4 lines. That's covered. So Assurion, okay, that's a must in my household. Might not be a must in yours, and you don't have to put it on every line. You can put on individual lines, but it was $50 for every line covered. So we went ahead and did it. So we're at a base of 210 right now. Base. So we're at 210. $210 for a cell phone plan. That's base. Okay. Now, AT&T has something called Next Up, which allows you to upgrade to the next best phone the next year. So this S25 Ultra, I probably won't trade to the S20. It's going to have to be amazing, right? I might wait and go to the next phone, but either way, I can trade this phone in, and for like $100, I can get the next best phone that comes out. No questions asked. Now, you can use that like your Assurion plan, because if you're going to do it every year, you could plan on your phone not being in the best quality and then saving the 50 and then just doing the next up. Or you could do what I did, don't do next up and just do the Assurion, because I went from a Flip 3 and they kept breaking, so they gave me a Flip 4. That broke. They gave me a Flip 5. That broke, and they gave me a Flip 6. So I upgraded from a Flip 3 from almost 4 years ago to a Flip 6. Pretty good. So Assurion is definitely worth the money. Next up might not be worth the money. I'm going to try it out. Basically, for 10 extra dollars a month per line, you can switch your phone up to the next best. So we're going to add that. The next up is $40. It's $10 per line. Okay. Next up. So we're at 250 base. That's 250. Next, my watch here. It's $12 a month. So the watch is $12 a month. You're looking at 200. I put the 12 in the wrong spot. That's why it's confusing me. Oh, I can't delete it either. Dang. There we go. Yeah. You're looking at about 270 bucks. Right? My Flip 6, the Flip 6, because it is a 512 gigabyte, it's considered premium. They charge an extra $4 a month just for that. That'll be $4 a month times a year times 3 years. So for $36 a year times 3 is what it's going to cost me to get 512 gigs on my Flip 6. That's pretty worth it when you stop and think about it. Now, my S25 Ultra is S25, that's $9 a month. So a little bit pricier, but it's a premium phone with 200 times. Check this out. Hang on. Oh, well, let me do it. It will not let me zoom in all the way. It's not going to let me do it because as soon as I go for another bite, it's going to zoom out. Yeah. I've got to, I got to get it all in one piece. Yeah. The zoom on this thing is insane. Insane zoom on this thing. Crystal clear too. 200 megapixels, 8K camera. So I'm paying about $300 a month for my cell service. Okay, $300 for AT&T. The base of it, you're looking at 40 per line for a very good value for premium. You're not going to get that. I've got a city plan. You're looking at 160 minimum out the gate. And then if you're going to do a Shurion, you're a fool if you don't do a Shurion. You're looking at 210 minimum. So you're probably looking at about $230 for AT&T. Okay? So AT&T equals $230. Verizon, I had 3 lines and I was paying $230. But I had Apple Music, I had Hulu, plus Disney, and I had one premium line, uncapped, raw, no limit on the data cap with 60 gigabytes of tethering. And then I had one standard line that could be throttled. That was not ultra wideband, one standard and one standard. And I was paying $230 with Verizon. But I had Apple and Hulu. Now, AT&T wasn't $230. That's base. Okay, I'm paying. That's base. That's base. That's not what I'm paying. I'm paying $300 for my AT&T. I'm paying an extra $70 to have AT&T, but I've got what they call next step. Using my dog's leaf. Yeah, measure motor resistance, all 3 legs, legal 3-phase motors. Check on these connections. Yes, the data is all unlimited. So for AT&T, I'm paying $300 with what I broke down at the first. With Verizon, I was paying $230. AT&T has that next step. For $10 a line, I can upgrade to the next best phone that comes out, which is useful for YouTube. It's very useful for YouTube, actually. So that's why we're doing it. We don't have to do it. So I could save myself $40 if I wanted to. That's where I'm at. So if you're thinking about switching your plan and you're paying less than $230 and you have 3 to 4 lines and you're on unlimited, don't switch. If someone's going to knock on your door and they're going to promise you the world and they're going to say that they can beat your price and you're paying less than $200 and you have 4 lines and you're unlimited, don't switch. It's that simple. It's only going up. Everything's just going up, 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 up. There's no savings to get. Owen's just going off on the chillers. Yeah, it just depends on what's the chillers. The basic troubleshooting 3-phase air and water chillers electrically. The basics, yeah, the basics for electrical would be the amperage for sure. You'd want to make sure that you got the proper voltage, of course, going phase to phase. And then you would check the nameplate and verify your amperage. Your amperage will tell you everything you want to know, basically. Oh yeah, there's Owen there with the nameplate ratings. Exactly. That's it. Maybe inspect contacts or relays, no caps on 3-phase. And 3-phase is simple. Yeah, exactly. And I get fill speed. I pay $120 per month for unlimited 2 lines and a Shurion with international calling. Yeah, Sayer, don't switch. Don't switch because your first line nowadays is $110 for one line. And then what they do when they do two lines, then they break it in half like, oh, okay, we'll do 60 per line. But you still got to get a Shurion, which is typically $12 per phone. So to build Sayer's plan again, you'd probably be looking at $70 per line. Oh, I bumped the button. $70 per line, which is $140, right? And then you got to do another $30 for a Shurion on top of that. So you're looking at 170 base. So you're looking at about $50 for whatever you have right now. If you switch, you're going up $50 unless you're going down. Like I could probably go to T-Mobile or something and get less, but I'm writing this off. I'm writing this phone off. I'm writing everything off. So that's where we're at. We got the phones. When did we get the phones? We got the phones just for the new year. So all this would be written off. But what I really wanted to check was the quality of the stream, because I'm not on my fancy internet right now. It takes me about 17 minutes to upload a short right now, which is crazy. Your prices are going down on cell new laws. You only have 2 cell companies, and the government says no more overcharging. Stream is golden. Nice, nice. Okay, well, I'm gonna check it myself. That's all I've got. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time talking about cell phones, but I thought it was important for you guys to know what things cost and what to expect, and you know how it all works. I'll leave you with one more thing. What I'm doing. Let's say you want to get a Flip 7. So the Flip 7 new cost $1,100. Okay, Flip 7 is $1,100 for a new plan. Let's say, and that's what I want to buy. So we're gonna trade in. We're gonna trade in a Flip 6. Flip 4, and whatever. The Flip 6 needs to equal this trade-in value, which it does. The Flip 6 is worth $1,100. So that's going to cost me $0 for my trade-in. So I can get a Flip 7 when I trade in my Flip 6. The Flip 4s are also worth $1,100. So that'll be a direct trade-in. But instead of trading in my Flip 6, what I can do, I can go onto Amazon and I can go buy an S21 Plus right now. And an S21 Plus is $176 on Amazon. So what I did, it says, uh-oh, I just froze. Did we just freeze? Only thing that goes fractional is when you move the camera. Other than that, strong and good. Okay, good to know. Sexy beard, get out of here. Yeah, for about 20 seconds. Okay, good to know. Yeah, so when you trade in the Flip 7, stream is good. It's only 2 megabytes of upload on AT&T's data, so it is what it is. Flip 7 is $1,100 to buy it, theoretically. Flip 6, the trade-in value is $1,100. Flip 4, the trade-in value is $1,100. You can buy an S21. What's going on, guys? For $176 and traded in towards a Flip 7 and S21. So what I did, I got my daughter an S21 Plus. I got my wife a Flip 7. I got me a Flip 7. And then this is a S25 Ultra right now. Yeah, the S25 Edge made for streaming YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Any more chiller questions? That's awesome. Okay. That's all I got. We're out of here. There's a breakdown. Samsung versus Verizon. What to trade in. What to expect. If you got a Flip 6, there's no point in trading that in. Trade in an S21 Plus. That's what I'm doing. I think that's what I'm doing. If I'm not, I'll just go to Amazon and buy another one for $128, $176 and keep my 6. But I think I've got an S23 that I'm trying to keep as well. So I don't know. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Take it easy.